Hey, I'm Patrick Hirschberger, Go Bonus Saves artist for the Tiny Gallery display at 3214 Winchell for the September 2024 session. We know it's called Woods Lake, which you can see behind me, but who was the man the lake is named for? Smith L. Wood moved to Kalamazoo, at that time village of Bronson, in 1832. He was a carpenter and the only man in Bronson who had building equipment. He built his first house on the corner of Park and Main Streets. He was hired to build the Kalamazoo House. He wanted more land and purchased over 100 acres of land, which included the lake, where he built a log cabin on the northern section. Tragedy struck Wood's family when his infant son was struck by a lightning bolt. He was buried in an unmarked grave along the banks of the lake. In the 1840s, Wood moved his family to a new Greek Revival farmhouse at 2621 Oakland Drive, which still stands today. In 1868, Wood sold much of his land, including the lake, to Leonard G. Bragg, retaining the section where the Oakwood Plaza was developed by his granddaughter's family. In 1893, Kalamazoo's horse-drawn street rail system was converted to electric power. Citizen Street Railway Company extended to Asylum Avenue, which is now Oakland Drive. Woods Lake was established as a leisure resort. The landscape would change over the years. Lakeview Park grew to host a summer theater. Then in 1904, there became Casino Park. In 1906, Michigan United Railways assumed ownership of Kalamazoo Street Railway Company, and Casino Park was closed. A larger, more modern park was established at the opposite end of the lake on the southwestern shore. A new dance hall, bandstand, theater, boathouse, and the Dizzy Figure 8 roller coaster was added. During the peak between 1911 and 1915, nearly 15,000 patrons visited the resort each day. A nearby baseball field was constructed where Broadway Avenue meets Parkview today, where local and regional teams battled it out. After World War I came the jazz years between 1920 and 1924. During the summer months, the dance hall was filled to near capacity with crowds during the Roaring '20s. In the winter, the pavilion became a mecca for roller skaters and ice skaters. The park closed in 1925 after a disastrous balloon exhibit, which resulted in the death of a feature performer. The park property was sold and subdivided into a residential neighborhood known as Parkdale, now known as the Winchell neighborhood. Virtually no trace of Lakeview or Casino Parks remain today. The auditorium building was raised in 1927. Its foundations remain intact under 2336 Crest Drive. Lumber from the roller coaster and station house were used for construction of homes in the Oakwood neighborhood. Recent construction projects have unearthed artifacts, including the streetcar tracks, which were briefly unearthed for the work on Parkview Avenue. Many thanks to the Kalamazoo Public Library staff, both Ryan Gage and Keith Howard, for their valuable insight on this project and the images they provided. You can find more information regarding Smithwood and Woods Lake on the Kalamazoo Public Library's website and central location.